True news and reviews, man. Y'all know we back and you know how we do. It's your boy Rob and Ja.
Damn right. And this is the home of hip hop news, negative nigga news, especially, and cultural commentary. So I think it's only
Mhm.
fitting that we address Neo, who has found himself ensnared in a battle with the LGBTQ community somehow. I mean, I don't know. Maybe that's the wrong way to frame it, but he apologized for making some comments that offended people, but now it's like he took the apology back and he almost admitted that, the first apology wasn't sincere.
Yeah, like he basically feeling like, yo, I'm standing on what I said, but he did kind of say if he was offended, he apologized. But
Neo needs to stick to writing songs, bro. He is not media trained. This is a big disaster to me. He should have left it at the apology, if you ask me, because the apology made it sound like he was open to educating himself. But this apology lends itself to there's going to be a lot of people who jump on this story and they're going to use this as motivation to spew hatred for the LGBTQ community. I think a lot of people out here just don't like gay people for whatever reason. I'm a heterosexual male. Bob is as well. I'm
heterosexual.
raised in Florida. I get it. I know about people not understanding the community, and
Yeah.
I've educated myself a great deal in the last 5 years to where I'm just big on epistemology. I'm big on science. I'm gonna get to the truth. It's not
But
about picking
his
sides.
opinion, right? Not even about picking sides, but he stressed his opinion,
Well,
right?
before you get
Yeah.
into that, I want to remind people: hit the like button, hit the
Yeah, for
subscribe
real.
button, get in with us. I know we're gonna get a lot of pushback. People ain't gonna like what I'm gonna say on this, and we probably gonna have a divergence of opinion on this. But I think we should do things in order. Let's hear Neo backtrack on the apology, and then we'll kind of work backwards. So this was a little clip a little bit from his backtracking of the apology from our community section.
This is Neo. All right, listen. I normally don't give too much of a damn about what y'all think about what I do, what y'all have to say about what I say, whatever. I normally don't care because, like I said, opinions ain't special. Everybody got one.
Right.
However, this is something I feel very strongly on,
Give it to him.
and I need y'all to hear this from the horse's mouth,
Listening,
not
bro.
the publicist's computer. So
Right.
check this out. First and foremost, I do not apologize for having an opinion on this matter. I am a 43-year-old heterosexual man raising 5 boys and 2 girls.
I respect
Okay,
that.
that's my reality. Now,
Okay.
if my opinion offended somebody, yeah, sure, I apologize for you being offended because that wasn't my intention. My intention is never to offend anybody. However, I'm entitled to feel how I feel. I'm absolutely entitled to feel how I feel the same way you are entitled to feel how you feel.
Right.
I ain't asked nobody to follow me.
That's
I ain't
right.
asked nobody to agree with me. I was asked a question and I answered the damn question.
Oh, so you
okay?
standing
I
on
have no beef with the LGBTQIA plus community whatsoever.
You
I ain't
bet
got
not.
no beef with y'all. Do whatever the hell. This is Neo. All right.
Hey, you bet now. You better clarify that because they coming for you, boy. Hey, they coming.
Yeah, they coming for yeah, they
You know what I'm
coming.
saying? Hey, look,
They come for everybody.
I'm gonna keep it consistent. If you
Yeah.
say something that offends a group of people and they're coming for you, they're coming to try to get your bag. They're trying to get you fired. They ain't gonna want to support your project. So, what were you gonna say? What's your opinion? You were gonna say something about everybody's allowed to have an opinion, right?
Think about this. You remember when we was growing up, you couldn't.
Mhm.
I think you can't smoke until you're 18 for
Yeah.
a kid. Like you can't even.
Mhm.
I think you can't even drop out of school. You can't even. You're forced to go to school until you're a certain age.
Yeah.
So to put a under a parent has to have their opinion because they're a guardian. I kind of understand that until a kid is a certain age that they feel like they could make a decision. So
Okay.
I feel like pretty much all parents is gonna feel like that. They're gonna want to be able to feel like their child is not
Okay. So let me ask you
fit to make a
something.
decision. Go ahead.
When it comes to gender affirming care,
Right.
for anybody who doesn't know, that's what I guess this argument stems from. Neo was really repeating a lot of Republican talking points about gender
Mm.
affirming care. A lot of people don't understand, and he gave his opinion. So I get what you're saying. Like, kids have to be 18 to smoke. Are you under the impression that kids are going to the doctor by themselves? Minors are going to the doctors by themselves and changing their gender?
They're probably going with a parent. They have to be. They have to be
Okay,
going with a
so it
parent.
sounds like this is a decision between parents and their doctor, right?
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Okay, so let's just put that in perspective.
And let's put
So
this in
it,
perspective. Okay, go ahead. And let's put
I'm
this in
just finishing.
perspective. Yeah,
Neo could do what he wants with his kids.
right.
If
Yep.
somebody else wants to do that, he's saying that, oh, I'm not trying to get people to join me or whatever, but I kind of feel like you speaking about what other people are doing with their kids. And people should be allowed to make the best decisions between them, their kid, and the doctor. Go ahead.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, but right. I mean, everybody got the right to do what they want with their kids. You right about that.
Yeah, and
We can't knock
go
them
ahead.
for it. You know, he's right. You're right. We can't knock them if they make the
We-
decision to do it. We can have an
Exactly.
opinion.
We
We can have an opinion about it. You know,
And this is the point I want to make about
Yeah.
opinions. He's right. He's allowed to have an opinion. Just like the KKK has an opinion, just like flat earthers have an opinion, right?
yeah.
You can
yeah.
think what you want to think, but don't get mad at people for having an opinion about your opinion. I mean, you can get mad about it if you want,
Yeah,
but
yeah.
I don't understand why
Everybody
he's
do.
getting all bent out of shape. If you're going to say something and you want to stand on it, fine. But I want to be the kind of person in life to where if I'm wrong about something and I find out some new information, I'm
Right,
going to adjust my position on it, no matter what I thought at first. I
right.
used to have transphobic views, and I didn't even realize they were transphobic at the time. I've had to adjust my view on certain things, especially when it
Yeah.
comes to gender affirming care. Now, getting back to opinions, I want
Right.
people to realize we can all have opinions, but your opinion does not hold as much weight as a doctor or a scientist. These are people that
I'm glad you
studying
said
this.
that. Yeah.
Let me
Go
just
ahead.
finish this one thought. These
Mhm.
people are studying this in detail when it comes to gender affirming care. It's been around, like at least puberty blockers have been around since the 80s. This is something that's been tested, tried, and true. I'm not a doctor. I'm not a scientist. So I'm going to defer to experts about something like this because I don't really understand it. This
Gotcha.
is very
We-
confusing.
We
Go
got
ahead.
you. Yep, we got you. So I'm glad you said the scientists and doctors. You know, we got to listen to these guys, but I'm a more of a business kind of. I look at this more as in a business way, right?
Yeah.
We know that these facts show that these surgeries cost between 125,000. They said on Google for a woman to transfer into a male, and 146,000 for a male to transform into a woman. That's and I'm giving you these stats from Mount Sinai, so you can take what you want with them. Yeah. So my point is, as business, if I was in business and I can get 100,000, 140,000 of doing these surgeries. Can we say every business advertise and wants more business? Would you say that?
That's fair.
Yeah,
Business
every
want more
business advertise
yeah.
and want more business. So could this just be a play where these guys are marketing and trying to get more business because it's good profit? This is what they're selling. They're selling agenda change. So if I get 1 million more people, I'm making 140,000 per
Yeah.
person.
I'm just when you get into that area, you start getting conspiratorial. You could always
No, I'm
say
just
that
talking
about
regular.
no, let me just
Okay.
finish this. You could always say that about medicine. Just like
Right.
people who don't believe in vaccines, they'll when the government gives you a vaccine, which the government didn't develop the vaccine, but that's a common argument that I'll hear. They'll say, you know what? They just want to give you the vaccine so they can make more money. It's not about trying to help people, with no evidence of that. You just dreamed up a perceived notion in your mind and said,
Right.
because these people make money, that it has to be something nefarious going on. There's a
Right.
lot of doctors out there who take the Hippocratic Oath, who are making money hand over fist. They don't need to sell a selling agenda or sell gender affirming care. It could just be, I'm a doctor. This is what is going on. I'll read a little bit of it.
Oh, no. Before you read that, so your point is the doctors. So you're saying that maybe they're not just trying to make money. Maybe they're just trying to help people that want the change. And
no, I'm saying that you can make money and help people. I don't think that
you can make money
they're bringing people to, because doctors are not calling people and saying, do you want gender affirming care? They're not doing that.
But we are advertising. I don't call. Listen,
I don't see commercials for that. I don't see them advertising that. What I think is happening is, do you have any kids that are going through gender dysphoria right now?
No.
How much have you read about gender dysphoria before we started talking about this?
I've read some articles about it. I read some,
Yeah, I'm kind of doubtful of that. I hear you. Yeah, I hear you saying that, but I don't think that's a subject that you're taking much interest in. And I think that you're kind of shooting from the hip. It's not something that we know about. So a lot of opinions that people have about this just are bad.
Well, I'm just giving you facts on money opinions of it. I ain't saying anything about
what that is a perceived motive. It's not proof of anything.
Okay, so go ahead.
What I want to say is, when it comes to puberty blockers, right? The medications are well studied. They've been used safely since the late 1980s to pause puberty in adolescents with gender dysphoria. They have been used routinely for even longer in children who enter puberty too early and in adults with a range of other medical conditions. So I just want people to know that before this was even a conversation, puberty blockers, same things they're using to affirm genders and everything like that, they've been around for a while. If you're not looking at studies, if you're not looking at trials, and you're just looking at sound bites from a Neo interview, you probably gonna have a weird opinion about it. I say weird like people are not gonna be they're not gonna be weighing in intelligently about this. What you're gonna be pulling from is just confusion about it. I'm from Florida. If anybody was raised like me, they're gonna tell you a man is a man, a woman is a woman. There's no such thing as other genders. If a kid wants to change his gender, it's wrong, it's bad, it's the devil. They're going to go into the Bible about it. I'm just going by science, what the doctors are saying. If you can find some good information to refute the science that's been done, I'll change my position. But that's not what's going on here.
Got you. So listen, you basically saying it would be no way scientists and doctors would ever try to come together to try to make more money and sell surgeries like that. Nobody would want to do that.
It's possible. Yes. There's a lot of it's possible that you could become the president. Listen, it's possible you could be the president. So if we're just talking about possibilities, fine.
Put stuff in Bibles, you say the stuff like that for us to do, but they wouldn't put stuff in. They wouldn't dare do stuff with the science field to make us feel like to do things. They'll put it in probably religious, you're saying, and things like that.
No. What you're doing is you're arguing with a straw man right now. I've never said that doctors haven't lied or haven't gotten things wrong. That can happen. I don't think it's happening with gender affirming care. If you could show me some evidence of that, I'll be with you. But it sounds pretty convenient that he was repeating Republican talking points. A lot of people get pulled into that way of thinking because they don't understand that it's Republicans putting a lot of this disinformation in your head. You're watching Pat Bet David interviews and watching Tucker Carlson shit, and you think you know something, but it's really an agenda being played on you. But people don't realize that.
Got you. So you on the reverse side. You no, this ain't they're not selling. They're trying to convince you that this ain't right.
There's a lot of it's
shocking.
There's a lot of that going on, like making people more hateful of gays and transgender. That's big business. That gets people riled up. It makes them donate and makes them vote in a certain way. So they're going to play on your lack of knowledge. They're going to play on the conditioning that you've been raised in. If you're around a bunch of people who saying transphobic things and have transphobic views, you're conditioned to believe certain things. I used to feel the same way about some of this stuff. I totally get it, but you got to educate yourself. A lot of people weighing in on this. They're not readers. They're not complex thinkers. They're just kind of speaking what they're feeling.
Mm.
I'm just being honest. You know?
I mean, from your anecdotal experience.
Yeah, my anecdotal experience, you know. But my opinion on the matter of gender affirming care is coming from experts, you know, reading articles from reliable sources. I don't get my opinions on gender affirming care or what parents do with their kids from Neo. I'm not doing that.
Right. Well,
Yeah.
hey, listen, guys, let us know what y'all think. What are your views on gender affirming care? Do you think my point was I feel like this may be, you know, people are getting sales. You know, somebody's selling the gender affirming care, it costs $100,000+. I feel like, you know,
you also don't think that vaccines are a good thing, right?
I think it's a personal basis to what, you know.
Yeah, you don't want to admit it, but you don't trust vaccines either. So I know that you're gonna have like some kind of like, you know, phobia for medical care, I guess. But
I would want to see I get you. I would want to see the financial backings on that.
We got you. Y'all chime in on the comments. Let us know how you feel. You know, about Neo's apology to the transphobic community and his comments about gender identity.
Ooh.
And in the meantime, y'all stay shrewd out there.